Hello, my name's Ryan Dawson-Late and I am a theatre designer. Today we are going to be making a giant scrap paper hat. Okay, let's begin. First things first, you're going to need some cardboard. I found this in the recycling. You're also going to need some scrap paper, a glue stick, some sellotape or masking tape, a pair of scissors, a pen, pencil or something similar, and a stapler. Don't forget the staples. We are going to start by looking at the decoration of our hats. We are going to do this in 3 different stages. The first is by using one piece of paper to decorate the other only by ripping. So I'm going to rip this piece of paper into strips or squares and I'm going to stick it onto this piece of paper. Let's work together. How did you get on? Let's move on to the second stage. This stage, we are going to use 2 pieces of paper again, only this time we are going to use our scissors. We are going to cut long strips in one piece of paper and stick them to the other piece of paper. Let's see how many stripes you can cut. The final stage is called stick and scribble. We're going to take our masking tape or tape and we are going to tear off strips and we are going to stick them all over our piece of paper. Let's start by doing that and see how much coverage we can get on one piece of paper. Go! Now comes the fun bit. I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to scribble over all of my tape. did you do? You should by now have 3 different types of textures. One is the tape and scribble, the other are the strips, and the final one are the rips of squares. As you can see, we already have some really interesting textures going on that will hopefully form a huge part of our final hat designs. Now that we have the decoration of the hat sorted, it's time for us to look at the construction of the hat. We'll be looking at 3 different types of construction. So, the first thing we are going to do is take our piece of cardboard and cut a single strip. This strip should be approximately 2 inches wide, which is approximately 3 fingers, maybe 4 if you're a bit smaller. The second shape we're going to look at today is a large circle out of your cardboard. Now, I have a fairly big sized cardboard. I'm going to draw a big circle that touches the sides of the paper, trying to get as much of the cardboard as possible. Again, don't worry too much about the shape being too perfect. I'm doing a large circle, hitting the sides, carrying that on, and then same on the other side, getting as much out of that cardboard as possible. I'm also going to draw a smaller circle on the inside. This is to create a wide brimmed hat. I am going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut out this edge and I'm going to cut out the centre. Let's do that together. Finally, we are going to look at making a large cone out of the cardboard. So you can see that I am folding from one end, rolling, so that I have a point here and that I maintain a large end here. So I'm making a cone shape here. Just roll, 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 roll. You can see this end is where the head will go, and this end will be at the very top of the hat. We are talking about creating a giant hat, so the taller your hat is, the better. Again, rolling, rolling, rolling until you get to the end. And now I'm just going to tape that end. We won't see any of this tape because of the nature of the way that we are building the hat. So just a couple of pieces just along those marks there will help to keep the cone in place. So we are now ready to construct and decorate our hats. We've made a cone structure out of cardboard. We've also made a crown piece which could be fitted to anybody's head, just using tape or staples or something. We've also made a wide brimmed hat with a hole in the middle for our head to go through. Now, when you're looking at these pieces, obviously we're making it a certain size, but maybe you want to think about something feeling much bigger. Maybe it's taller or wider. How do you make something as big as possible or as theatrical as possible? How do you push the boundaries of what an object should be? Is a hat always round? Should a hat always be tall and in a certain size, shape, texture? We're going to use the materials that we started to create at the beginning of the session. Those materials we will use to decorate our cardboard and clunk pieces together so that we can get our scrap paper hats as big and as exciting as possible. Well, there you go. 3 different hats in less than 10 minutes. I'll show you mine. This is my crown, which is the cardboard strip around the head, and I bashed all of my collage pieces and made a really tall hat. It barely fits in the screen. I've also got my wide-brimmed hat, which I think you'll agree is very stylish. But my favourite, as always, is a simple cone hat that just gets taller and taller and taller. I'd love to put a flag on the top of there. Maybe I'll do that later. So there we go. We've come to the end of the session. I really hope you enjoyed today's workshop. If you'd like to join me again, then please do so. I would love to see you. Goodbye.